was arrested on a film set, hauled away by police while cameras were still rolling, and yet Hollywood kept calling his name because talent like his was impossible to ignore and nearly impossible to contain. Anthony Franciosa was the kind of actor who made audiences hold their breath, not because of glamour, but because something about him felt dangerously real, like a man who had never learned to keep his wounds out of the room. Born in 1928 in Little Italy, New York, Franciosa grew up without his father, who disappeared from his life before he was old enough to understand what that absence would cost him. There was no structure to soften his reactions, no steady hand to slow him down, and that unfiltered intensity followed him through survival jobs as a welder, a cook, and a ship steward, until an accidental audition at a YMCA changed everything. He trained at the Actors Studio under Lee Strasberg, learning to carry raw emotion directly into his characters without smoothing the edges, and by the mid-1950s his performance in A Hatful of Rain on Broadway earned him a Tony nomination and announced him as someone audiences simply could not look away from. When he carried that same unfinished, emotionally exposed approach into film in 1957, it earned him an Academy Award nomination almost immediately, and a Golden Globe followed shortly after. But the same quality that made him extraordinary made him nearly impossible to work with consistently. Arrests, on-set conflicts, and a reputation for unpredictability gradually pushed him from leading film roles into television, and eventually from television's center to its edges, until the momentum that had once built so quickly began to quietly dissolve. 4 marriages, 3 children, and a career that peaked faster than anyone could manage, Franciosa never found a way to separate the man from the intensity that defined both his genius and his self-destruction. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to the channel for more portraits of Hollywood's most complicated and unforgettable talents.